Hey, so today I want to talk about Zack Snyder's 2021 film Army of the Dead. Now, this is right off the wheel of Zack Snyder's much hyped Snyder Cut of the Justice League. So, Zack Snyder is almost in a very sweet spot where the whole culture is kind of revolving around him. And to capitalize on that hype, Netflix is here with a zombie film. Now, I've also reviewed Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which you can see here. And in Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder did actually a pretty good job. It wasn't one of my favorite films, but then again, we have to talk about Army of the Dead now. For me, I do not actually like that much zombie films. For me, being a great zombie film has to have a lot of stakes. For me, 28 Days Later and Train to Busan, these are the greatest zombie films ever. And among other zombie contents, there's Walking Dead at its prime, the first pilot episode of Walking Dead, and then some here and there. Walking Dead has some glorious moments. Besides than that, I also like Zombieland a lot. Zombieland is a good film. I also like World War Z a lot. For me, these are the second tier films. Now, I know a lot of people will consider Shaun of the Dead to be a great zombie film, but I do not. For me, Shaun of the Dead is an okay film, even though I actually love anything that Edgar Wright does. So that's where I'm at the zombie structure. So you can kind of see the point where I'd be criticizing or talking about this film and how I would be evaluating this if it's good or bad. For me, this film is a no-brainer recommendation. If you like Zack Snyder or you want a blockbuster zombie film in an epic scale, this is it. There's no question asked. You should definitely see. I recommend. But if you are on the fence about it and if you like getting into the zombie genre, you want to see some works, I would definitely suggest start off with those. I would suggest you first don't see Train to Busan first. First, I guess, see Shaun of the Dead. Some comedic ones, or you can say like World War Z. That's a solid zombie film. You can also see 28 Days Later. That's one of the great ones. And then slowly ease into Train to Busan. I have a very special place in my heart for Train to Busan. It's an excellent zombie film. Now, a lot of people actually praised Dawn of the Dead, and I would say that after watching Army of the Dead, I actually appreciated Dawn of the Dead more because Dawn of the Dead did a lot of things good. Now, I had not that much big expectations because I know I don't like zombie films that much, but I want to be entertained. I mainly watch zombie films to be entertained, and the way other people talked about Army of the Dead is supposed to be a pretty entertaining film, and at certain point it is. But I would say that this is not interesting enough because I have no idea how it's working, but Zack Snyder has recently become one of the most indulgent directors in Hollywood, with, I would say, not that much to show for. Because even though this film has a 2.5 hours of runtime, you can absolutely shave off like 30 minutes of it and make it a 2-hour film. And I would even argue with 1.5 hours, it would be an absolutely bonkers film. This film could have been 1 hour, 1.5 hour to 2 hours. Now, on the other hand, if you look at this film from a fan perspective or how Netflix thinks, Netflix definitely want that engagement, and that's why they want this film to be 2.5 hours. But I wouldn't say that this film maximizes the 2.5 hours. A couple of things that is jarring about this film, which I would think that you would notice too, even if you're a casual viewer or like a cinephile. This film uses a sort of panoramic lens effect that is usually basically used in like dream sequences or some surrealist sequences. He, for some weird reason, uses this throughout the whole film. Now, I don't know if it's to just make up for the shortcomings of the VFX, even though I thought the VFX and the actual physical production of the thing was excellent. I don't know why they had to blur it, but they actually kind of blurred it, and I didn't like that. I think this was the kind of like at points it's annoying and it's kind of disorienting to look at it like that, even though it's give it a sort of a pizzazz that a director like Zack Snyder would definitely value. Because if you know anything about Zack Snyder, he is definitely style over substance. He almost always goes for the aesthetic of the thing. He goes for big moments where things are hugely remarkable, and that's where I think Army of the Dead falters. Because even though BVS and Justice League Snyder Cut, Man of Steel, 300, Sucker Punch, Watchmen, everything has its faults and falters. This film has epic moments that will get etched in your brain. I believe Army of the Dead has none. Army of the Dead has few good moments, some strong kills, but nothing that you will remember. Nothing that would people talk about like 10 to 15 years or say, oh, that's very good about this film. This film will go in the mediocre or in the above mediocre pile. This will never be in the like top of the list. Like if you want this kind of kill, or if you want this kind of gore, or if you want this kind of blood, even though there's a lot of blood in this film, but things are kind of meh. I don't know when things became kind of jaded, or maybe I've become cynical and I have wanting different things, but I actually wanted a lot of fun out of this film, which I feel like I didn't get. It felt like this took itself too seriously, didn't have enough fun with it. They could have absolutely gone bonkers, absolutely gone ham with the budget. They could have done some excellent kill, excellent things with it, but it didn't. But on the other hand, this film has some memorable characters. That's why I guess they are doing a couple of more prequels, and they also tend to do the sequels, because the guy Matthias who plays Dieter, he's an absolute gem of a character, and I'm looking forward to Army of the Thieves, which is the prequel to this film, because I think his zombie film could be better because he's also directing that. So I'm looking at what his take on this zombie extravaganza is. And on the other hand, Zack Snyder uses a couple of different versions of zombies, but I don't think he utilizes those zombies enough. There's an alpha zombie, which is a nameless thing. He doesn't have any personality. He's like a zombie with like a mod on, or he's like a zombie on steroids who just do some cool shit and do some cool moves here and there. Now he has a herd of zombies who are much more kind of intelligent and works in a more technical level. They don't contribute much to the action either, let alone the story. They could have had some great action sequences in this. They could have had some great action moments in this, or some just absolute bonker set pieces. They have some good set pieces, but nothing to actually marvel about, because if there was, I would actually give you the spoiler and I would say that just go see that scene, because that scene is worth the whole film. I would say that this is a pretty okay film. That's why I give this film 2.5 out of 5, because it is just that kind of a film where it's just okay. If you want to entertain, it's on Netflix, you can watch it. If you don't, you can absolutely skip it. Maybe you'll see like in down the line 5-4 years people are going to talk about in like an underrated zombie film, but for now it's definitely overrated. You should say if you know which camp you are in.